Alright, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd with my co-host Deborah. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2009, 10:19 p.m. Tonight we're going to be discussing two cases from last night. Case 626, Wendy Eaton, and case number 727, Thomas McKay. Our guests tonight are Gail St. John and Kevin Doyle. So how's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Okay. You doing all right, Deborah?
Oh, I'm doing great tonight. How are you doing?
Fine. I went for a jog today and got a little sunburn. Ran out by the railroad tracks. But I'm doing great. Kids are great. Wife's great. So everything's good. In chat today, well, this actually just happened. Jim Skyped us or made some notes in the chat room that possibly Stacy Peterson may have been located. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've read so far?
Jim is someone that has done a lot of work on the Stacy Peterson case, Lisa Stevick's case.
He's done a lot of work.
I believe he's also done work on the Bryn Knoll case, and I think he's done some looking into the case of Rachel Mellon-Skemp. Is that her name? I think it's Rachel.
It's Rachel Mellon-Skemp. I worked that case.
She's missing from Bolingbrook back in the 90s.
Right.
Okay, so he does a lot of work. He goes out, physically searches. He takes a lot of photos. He corresponds. So he actively works a lot. What he's been letting people in chat know, so we're finding out too, is that they found remains today from the pelvis down, and they were located, I believe earlier he said, by the Des Plaines River. And he says that it is in an area located by the Big Basin Saloon. And the Big Basin Saloon is significant because Drew Peterson and his second wife, Vicki, used to party there a lot. And I know that someone, after Jim let us know about the remains, someone else let you know that too, Brian, and they mentioned it could be Lisa.
Yeah, Carol mentioned in Skype
sure
that it could possibly be Lisa.
According to Tim, it leans to Stacy. But, I'm not sure if that's because of the proximity of where they found the remains, or what that is.
Okay.
So,
and it really could be anybody, and it's a tragedy that anybody was found, but, it may not be Stacy, it may be Lisa, or it could be, anybody at this point. If they're doing DNA testing, I assume that they have the sex down. But as far as anything else, I don't know. Gail, what are your thoughts?
There's so many people missing. I have to rest my case on that one. I couldn't really tell you, but it's probably one of them.
Okay.
One of the two.
Oh, one of the two? Okay. Now, Jim has really helped us out a lot in this case. I mean, if you look at the case file, it's case 542. We've done a lot of work together. We spoke with Jim. Jim's been out searching, taking pictures, and there's, if you look at the case file, there's 30 or 40 pictures up there that he has. And we have a private case we've been working on, too. As far as the information I came up with was a quarry, and what this sounds like, it does not sound like that she was found anywhere close to this quarry. So I don't think I was correct. If this does turn out to be Stacy. Gail, do you remember what your input was on this case? I'm trying.
I'd have to look it. I'd have to look it
up
right
wherever
it is on your site. And
yeah, well, I'm on my site. The latest thing as far as dream drawings I have is DD7.
I think if she's found in that area, Jim is possibly thinking because it's where Drew hung out, but it still could be Stevick.
All right, the latest thing I have as far as dream drawings is from November 17th of 2008, and that just says killer arrested 119, Kathy dead, and then the number 414 XXV1 414, and the number again 414 288 04 111 Street, white male, 40s Quarry Road, and we kind of put that to being this what probably would be Drew Peterson. But as far as I know, nothing I said would point to the area that Stacy was found. There is another dream drawing right below it though, and it's something from October 13th of 2007, and that says Lisa, 194463 miles. Deborah, do you know the area that the body was found? As far as location?
I actually can't picture that in my mind, and I haven't really looked at the mapping. Do I know those areas around there pretty well? Yes, I do. I lived there many years ago,
okay.
and I have a lot of family in those areas.
Okay, so what was posted on January 3rd of this year, it said Lisa 19446 miles, wherever that could be the Lisa that we're talking about or not, I don't know. That's really all I know. Gail,
I believe that dream drawing is also cross-posted onto Lisa Stevick's file. When Jim was reviewing your dream drawings, that's one that he told me about when I was speaking with him on the phone one day, that he thought related possibly to Lisa Stevick's case.
Okay, so Jim went back in.
Case files that he was deciphering certain information on there. I gave you like a translation of what he thought the things could have meant on that drawing and some other ones. But that's one that he thought when he went through your normal dream drawings that was related to one or both cases.
Okay. Well, I want to thank Jim for helping us out. I'm sure we'll find out soon who this person is. Gail, do you have any
information on where those remains were located, Brian?
Right, go ahead.
The remains were found 10 feet inland from the Des Plaines River in Shanahan, Illinois.
Okay. Is that in the chat room right now?
Yes, Jim is back in the chat room.
Okay. I'm going to put that in there too, because I just looked. There's nothing in the news about this yet, at least not nationally. Are you able to find anything?
No, not yet. Jim says that east of this place is an area which would look like a mine, and that's what you initially had in your dream drawings for Stacy, was a mine type area.
Yeah, it's a quarry.
And there's not a lot of mines left, so that got translated to possibly quarry.
Right. Well, we were looking at a specific quarry actually that's off Hassett Boulevard, I believe. And that's the same one. So that's what we were looking for. So I don't know.
He says that there's also lots of concrete cubes in that area.
Okay. That
the remains were located. He thinks could have number 26 written on it.
Okay. Gail, I have your stuff somewhere.
Thanks, Brian.
No, I mean, I cannot find it here. Is there some reason why? Is it
when I want to make sure that my stuff gets lost, I'll let you or me handle it.
You gotta let yourself handle it, because
that's what I
post everything you send.
Let you or me handle it, and it'll surely get lost.
I'm looking. We have a private case too. I'm opening that right now.
At least I admit it. I can't keep track of anything. That's why I have Cindy help me. That's why Bonnie does forums.
Then you can blame Cindy.
Susan does forums and helps. I can't.
Okay. Either way, we did a show on this. Okay, we did a show on this. We do have an audio recording, I believe, of this, but I don't see as far as notes.
Yes, you do. I remember doing that.
I'm looking here. I don't know if I see any notes from you, Jim. I have all those pictures that you wanted to keep private. They're still private. Yeah, we did do a show. Case. Well, Deborah and I did a show, case 50, or show number 53. But I know we did something else too. I don't know if you were on that show or not.
Actually, I think I wasn't even on. I think I was off that night.
Who was there? Just me.
You and Gail did the show. That's
oh.
The show not me, Stacy's mom. Remember?
Okay. That's right, Gail. That's right.
And you guys asked me about it later on, and wondered why you kept getting a connection to that other missing person. Well, that is her mom.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys want to, if you go back to the archives, if you go in Blip or whatever, you click on show number 52. It's also in the case file too. Just to make sure it is in the case file. I know I would have posted it.
Jim says that area is also an area where Lisa Stevick's husband worked and a possible boyfriend of hers worked.
Okay.
Everything's up in the air at this point. They're waiting on DNA from the bone marrow.
Okay. Yeah, case 53 and 69, we mentioned this stuff. And then, yeah, we did something else too. I'm just not sure where it's at, but when I find it, I will definitely post it. But yeah, Gail, we did a show together. That was when we talked about this case.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure we had.
Yeah. Well, we did the show together. It was you and me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. As long as you know that. All right.
Yeah, I know that. That I can remember that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying I remember that myself too. Okay, so that said, Kevin, are you able to get picking up anything on this case? Anything that you want to share with us?
As far as excuse me,
Well, first of all, as far as what maybe thoughts or anything, and then if you're able to get anything psychically, maybe later on tomorrow or whatever, I'm just curious of what input you might have.
no, I haven't. I don't have any thoughts on it right
Okay.
now.
And Gail, are you able to get anything else, or not?
No, I really don't have any thoughts on that one.
Okay.
So, sorry.
Okay. We're going to move on then to our two cases tonight. I'm just getting the graphics up. The first case is case number 626. It was opened on December 22nd, 2008. Deborah, what information do we have? This case is for Wendy Eaton. Deborah, what information do we have for the case file?
For Wendy Eaton, she's been missing for a while. This case was actually requested by her sister, and I'm getting that right now. It's running a little bit slow here. She's been missing actually since 1975. Okay, got it now. Sorry about that.
No problem.
She's been missing since May 17th of 1975 from Media, Pennsylvania. Her date of birth is May 26th of 1959. She would be turning 40 this week. 4 feet 10 and 90 pounds at that time. Caucasian female with brown hair and brown eyes. Usually wears glasses, has pierced ears. She was wearing braces at the time that she went missing, and she is deaf in one ear. Her family had gone that day to play golf at a country club, and she had stayed home. At their home, which is on Moccasin Trail in Middletown, Pennsylvania, she stayed home to sunbathe. She talked to a friend later in the afternoon and said that she was planning to walk to the nearby town of Media, Pennsylvania, to buy a birthday gift for her brother. The last time she was seen, she was about 3 blocks from her home, and that was at about 3:05 p.m. And that was at the intersection of Indian Lane and Media Station Road. She was headed in the direction of downtown Media at that time. They had tracking dogs out there, and they tracked her scent to that intersection, but there was no trace of her after that. Her family told authorities that she was really interested in religion, and that she was planning on attending a singing group rehearsal at their church that night. They don't think that she would have been missing that rehearsal to sing at the church. They thought, her family considered that she may have left to join some type of religious cult, but they didn't find any evidence to support that, and they don't list foul play or anything like that for her case. What do you have on this one, Brian?
Thanks, Deborah. 2 dream drawings. The first one says Kathy, Red Schoolhouse, the number 642, and then the numbers 41111. 4 murders, 6 miles from Creek Park, and then the word Kyle. This actually might be the work of a serial killer. I'm not exactly sure, but it does say 4 murders. 4624111, I believe, is almost definitely a phone number. There's a drawing of a schoolhouse. It says schoolhouse. To me, it just looks like a one-room type of building with 2 windows in the front, 3 panes each. But it does say 6 miles from Creek Park, and then the word Kyle at the bottom, which is underlined. Next dream drawing says Wheatland, Maryland, red building. That might be the red building in the first dream drawing. I wrote, this is a map of Wheatland, Maryland. I looked that up, and I highlighted park areas. And it said there is no Wheatland, Maryland that I could locate. That's the work that I did afterwards. I did put up a map of the location and then highlighted the park areas, and there are a lot of them. So I'm not really sure if what I've done in this case is going to be of any use or not. There are no symbols of death, but it did say 4 murders, so unfortunately I don't think that Wendy would be alive. Kevin, I know you worked this case. What are your thoughts? or what did you get?
For Wendy Eaton, I have abduction, sexual assault, dead, white male. He watched her grow up, 38 to 42 years old. Washington, snow, blue or silver car, Z as in zebra, 8923, expires 9/3. Vehicle has problems. He has done the same to others and will do it again. His friends think he's normal. He has split personality. He will be caught. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. That might go along with the 4 murders, Kevin. Deborah, we're going to have to do a redo on this one, then, and I guess we can figure out what Kevin's coming up with and what I'm coming up with. Gail, are you getting anything on this case? I don't think you've worked this case before.
No. Deb, can you give me the name again and the place? I just want to kind of hear the vibration, feel it.
Okay. And Gail, what I'm going to do is...
The name is...
Real quick, what I'm going to do, Gail, is I'm going to take notes now. I'm not going to write them down. I'm actually going to type them in as you tell me. So I'm not the fastest typer in the world, but I'll try my best.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is for... Okay, Gail, this case is for Wendy Eaton, E-A-T-O-N, and she's missing since 1975 from Media, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Where in Pennsylvania?
Media.
Media, M-E-D-I-A.
Media. Okay. The thing that I started hearing, when you said that again, I wanted to make sure that I heard the same thing. Something about Carrie. I'm pretty sure it was Carrie, not Sherry. It says Carrie was killed too. That's rather disturbing. So,
Yeah.
do we know if someone from that area, Carrie, is missing?
I haven't done any work
around the same time period. You know what I mean? Within a couple year span, one way or the other. We may want to be checking this. If there's anyone by Carrie, Sherry, one of those names right in that
Carrie or
proximity.
Sherry? S-H-E-R-R-Y?
I think it was Carrie, but I can be mistaken because it was said very fast.
Anything else?
I saw a white building with, how do you describe it? Metal framing around the window panes, panes of glass, you know, what are they, the like 9 inches wide, 12 inches tall.
Take about
like
large
the building
windows.
had
Large windows?
maybe like,
you mean
no, 9 inches by 12 inches. You know what I mean? Panes of glass going across a window.
Okay.
Maybe 4 across panes and then go up above and another 4. I would say it was probably 3 to 4 high, so you'd have 12 panes of glass there. You know what I mean? That were 9 by whatever, how many inches?
You said 9 by...
About 9 by 12, whatever the old-fashioned ones were that you would find in you know what I mean, like in old doors. It was kind of like that, but the windows were like that.
You mean like window panes that were like glazed? But you said with metal, or what?
Well, it had what I would call, okay, years ago I used to make things when I was in the guild, and we would use J-channel.
Okay.
And you know, it looked like J-channel. You know how you, but it's the framing for the windows. It holds the actual glass panels in.
Metal though.
Right, metal.
Okay.
Which seemed odd to me because it kept showing me this.
Okay.
They weren't held in very well. I could see that most of the glazing is missing. I kept seeing this over and over in the window, and I could look in. It's like a one-room building. How does that fit in? I'm not quite sure because I don't feel that she's in the building, but I feel something happened in that building.
Anything else?
I kept hearing the word sequin. You know, like a, you know, You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Deb?
I don't. Sequin?
You know, the
Sequin,
sparkly sequin?
exactly.
But,
What's a sequin?
but the funny thing is, even though it's a reference to sparkly sequin, it seemed to be more of the street name.
Sequine?
No E on
I
it.
think, yeah.
Maybe street name.
Yeah,
I'll
so it was
I'll
a
ask you
little
what you're talking about
confusing.
after the show. Don't. Is that like a dress or something?
Well, no, it's the name of a street. A sequin is a little sparkly things you sew on a dress, but
Okay.
it seemed to be like the name of a street.
Okay.
And the other thing, I would have thought it was an apartment, but you were I heard you mention parks, but when I got this name, I was immediately kind of assuming it was like an apartment, but it's like Cedar Grove Park,
Say that again.
or
Cedar?
Grove Park.
Okay, I have a map of a lot of the parks around there.
And
I don't see
I
a
might
cedar.
be close to what I was saying, but I'm not. I'm pretty sure it was Cedar Grove.
Okay, Cedar Grove Park.
Cedar Grove Park.
Okay.
One in Pennsylvania.
Is it near Media?
I'm trying to figure that out now.
About 32 miles.
And one in Conshohocken also. I'm checking them out here.
Is anything around 32 miles from there?
You looking that up right now, Deborah?
Yes.
Okay. You pick up anything else, Gail?
Something about a tennis shoe will be in a different area, but that'll be close to, not too far where she was taken from. So back then, you're not going to be able to find a shoe, but there was a shoe left.
All right, Gail, anything else?
Do you want, did you look to see if anyone's missing from there named Carrie or Sherry?
I have not. We can do that later.
And I did not find any.
Okay, because we're going to have to probably go 100-mile radius. I think this guy kind of traveled around there.
What I got, Gail, I mean, it says for a murder, so I'm thinking this could be a serial killer that
Right.
has not been caught yet.
I don't know why, but they kept getting the last name of Wiggins.
Kevin's getting along with kind of the same lines too.
Wiggins, though, is the name that I got, and that bothered me because I don't know what else you could assume that is except for a last name, Wiggins.
Gail, do you feel he has a split personality, maybe, or a mental problem?
Well, obviously, if he's killed that many people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a question for you real quick. When you know, I've noticed this when you were doing some of your trances and people were intoxicated, you were actually feeling that way yourself. How does that affect how you're able to document, you know, the event? I mean, you're intoxicated.
You're not really you're not really intoxicated yourself, even though you'll have the slur effects. Because what happens is if they're back talking about it, they will also feel it and relive the moment. So you're feeling it only because they're feeling it.
Well, Kevin asked about the split personality. What if somebody? I mean, you're picking up on somebody how they
You're going to feel that, of
Okay.
course, if they came through.
Will
You're going to feel.
Will that mental illness though actually affect the outcome of your reading?
No.
Okay.
No, but I have been confused by it before.
What do you think, Kevin?
But I've learned to figure it out.
I think he has a split personality.
Right. Now, what I'm saying is how you're picking that up, though. A lot of people, I think, with mental disorders, if you're going through somebody channeling or however you're getting the information, if somebody has some type of mental disorder or is intoxicated or something, I'm just wondering how you think that may affect the reading that you're doing.
I've had readings most of my life, and some of them I didn't even ask for. For example, let's take the extreme example of what I had was a suicide that was in progress while I was connected to it, and I just had these thoughts in my head that basically, hey, let's take a hose and hook it up to a car pipe and stick it in the window of the car and turn the car on. No, that won't work. And just thoughts like that. And it's like, where the heck are these thoughts coming from? And I could have pushed them out, but I went ahead and focused on them to find out what the heck was going on.
With my dreams, it's usually always in third person, but I have had experiences where I actually felt like the person did. I've been scared to death a lot of times, but those are mostly UFO dreams. But that's another subject. But I'm always usually in like the third person. I'm watching this. I'm just wondering. So some people actually go through these people or something like that, and I'm just wondering how that would affect a reading or whatever. That's all I wanted to know. Kelly, got anything else?
Pretty much that was it on that case.
Okay, let me review the notes real fast. This is from you, Gail. The name could be Carrie or Sherry. Was killed too. White building, metal framing around window panes, maybe 4 across, 9 by 12 inches. In there, put there by J channels. Does everybody know what J channels are, right? If not, we'll. Does everybody know?
You know what it is.
Okay. Glazing missing. Glazing, the stuff that goes around the windows. One room building. Something happened in building. Sequin, maybe a street name. Cedar Grove Park. I looked on the map. I did not see a Cedar Grove Park. That does not mean it's not there. It's not on my map that I have on the screen. Tennis shoe will be in different area, not too far from where she was taken. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. Kevin, abduction, sexual assault, dead, white male. Watched her grow up. Approximately 38 to 42 years old. Washington, snow. Blue or silver car, Z 8923, expires 93. I'm assuming that's a license plate number. That's specific. That's good. You think that's a license plate?
For Wendy Eden, yes.
Okay. Vehicle has problems. Has done the same to others and will do it again. That's the serial killer. I think we're getting on to the. I think that's what we're all kind of talking about now. His friends think he's normal. He has split personalities and will be caught. From what I know about serial killers, is generally they're intelligent people, and everybody thinks that they're completely normal, would never do anything like that. And then there goes that split personality. They'll go out, and it's no big deal for them to kill somebody and come right home and talk to the kids and read them a story or something like that. Deborah, do you have any comments on this case?
Yeah, in Skype I put a map.
Okay.
Showing Cedar Grove Park, and I put the MapQuest directions in there from Media, Pennsylvania to Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, which is where Cedar Grove Park is located.
I am going to copy.
It's where? I'm sorry, Deb, I missed that. I was on another planet, apparently.
That is normal for Gail.
I found Cedar Grove Park in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, and it listed as 22 minutes and approximately 15.69 miles, and that's running directions from Media, Pennsylvania to Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. So that could vary a little bit on either end, depending on, location in Media to location in Conshohocken. So.
Thank you, Deborah. I'm going to post that. That's posted.
Well, I think that is key. That is key to it. Really, I do.
Okay, so Gail, do you think we could have a serial killer here?
Yes, but the funny part of it is, I don't know why I say this. It just came to me. Why do you do this, Brian? You brought on more stuff.
Okay.
As soon as you said that, there's links to Georgia.
Okay, hold on. Okay. It's all good here. Okay.
Don't
Georgia.
bring up any more things.
Well, no, I no, that's good. I'll keep doing it then, because as much as we can, information we can get, the better. Links to Georgia.
To Georgia.
If you can get this guy's first and last name,
I'll
please.
do my best. I'll get right on that.
Links to Georgia. Anything else?
Isn't Pennsylvania and Georgia quite a ways from each other?
Yeah, they sure are. I'm next to Pennsylvania.
Well, I don't know, but it could be because there's family there, but there's links to Georgia.
It could be family.
You're saying 4 murders, but I think you could find more like 6.
Okay. Could be 6 murders. And
well, the thing about this one is the guy's been on the loose for a really long time. I mean, Wendy's missing since 1975. So
she
we're
was
looking
how old?
She was 15 or 16.
no older than that.
So, and there was like no runaway things, nothing. Okay. So what we want to do is kind of cut that. If that's kind of the MO on it, we want to check out other. We may have to step out of missing adults and go look at the missing children and see if we can find other things to fit or a string that fits from going there to other areas.
Well, that's at least 34 years to cover. That someone could have been busy, you know.
But he would have done
something part of that even. So we could be looking
he
at more
would
than
have done
34.
it. I think he would have done a string of them within a 3-year period. That's just my feelings. Excuse me. A string of them in a 3-year period.
Okay, is that okay? Let me write that down then too. You said string of them in a 3-year period.
Yeah, he might have done 3 in this, not too far in his area somewhere in Pennsylvania. Now that takes in the whole state. Oh darn it! There also might be a tie to the Jersey border. So I don't know how far Media is from the Jersey border.
I'll do some checking on that, because from west to east or east to west, whatever, across the state of Pennsylvania, like when you drive Route 80, it's 397 or 398 miles. I mean, that's really a long stretch of road when you're traveling off the East Coast. I know we've driven it many times, And it's like, wow, it takes so long to get through Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, the rest of them. That's not too bad. You know, once you hit the Jersey border, boom, you know, it's easy from there. But Pennsylvania gets really drawn out and boring. A lot of ground.
Check that out from where this Media is to the Jersey border. You may have something that happened right there, and it might have crossed the border into Jersey. I think that's when you may step into Georgia after that, after 3, and you may have 3 more in Georgia. And I don't know why, but I think he died after that in 1992 or something.
You're not getting any connection to New York State, though. You're just getting to New Jersey. Because there is that section where, you know, New York also, the state of New York, upstate there also connects with Pennsylvania.
Kevin, you want to say something?
Came into play. Yeah, Kevin said the same thing. He had a feeling he was dead.
Yes.
I believe the only reason why the killings quit is because he's dead.
But I think there will be closure somehow, some way, when I said he'll be caught.
You know, a lot of times I think when they catch some of these creeps, I think there's still more crimes that they haven't been charged with. I think that applies to a lot of cases.
Of course.
But I think at a certain point when a serial killer hits a certain number or something like that, and they know that it's I think a lot of serial killers are actually proud of their work. And that sounds a little sick, but I think that goes along.
No, but
along
that's kind of the MO of a serial killer. There's a certain amount of pride. As sick as that is, a lot of them even leave signs and symbols. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
They like to design their handiwork.
Okay, let's move on. Is there anything else?
A piece of art.
Do we have anything else to add on this case? I got the information posted.
Don't ask any more questions, and then there won't be anything.
Well,
else
no, I do want. If you have anything else, please tell me. And also that goes for anybody else that's psychic or whatever else. If you'd like to participate in the show, please let us know. We'd be happy to have you. Moving on. Their final case of the night is Thomas McKay. We got the case open. This case was opened on December 23rd, 2008. Gail, I know you worked this case with me. Deborah, what information do we have for Thomas?
For Tommy McKay, this is one that he went missing. Brian, you received an email asking you to open a case for him from his mom.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that email.
Missing.
Okay. That wasn't posted.
And,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. He went missing actually December 13th of 2008 from his dad's home in Orland Park, Illinois, which is in the I guess what they call the suburbs in the Chicago area there. He 24 years old and developmentally disabled. So there's, problems there. When I went to look for updates today for the cases, I found information that they had found Tommy's remains. And they found those remains back in March.
Okay.
I'll give you a link to an article I've got here. Body found in creek was that of missing Mokina man. They found his remains on December 3rd, not December 3rd, March 3rd of this year, of 2009.
Okay.
So here's a link to the article.
Let me get that real quick. Now, when Deborah had told me about this before the show started. Since I had messed up on the earlier case, I had one case posted that we were supposed to do, that we did last night, and I put up again. So I still wanted to cover this case, and I know that he's been found, unfortunately, not alive. What I wanted to do, I have that up there. That's from ChicagoBreakingNews.com.
Yes.
Okay. I'll put the link up there, and then the article, and then what. I'm just going to put a link to the news site, and then mark them as found. See, I mean, it takes us going to these cases to figure out that somebody was found. So, at least we did it. What I had
right.
is the dream drawings from December 22nd of 08. Trip to Las Vegas, not Brook Railroad Park Shelter. No entry. We'll come home. It said I think he was planning on going to Las Vegas but could not. And then we did some more work on this. The next, Gail, your notes are on here too.
Oh, okay.
They're actually, it's kind of blurry. It's actually a scan page. I'm not going to read that right now, but our notes are on there. And that's that. I'm a little curious as to what this says here, but I don't know.
Well, look, I guess the question is, were any of us close to what happened?
I'm looking at this. It looks like not. I don't think I'm close at all. Looking at your work is. I don't know, Gail. There's so many notes I took for you right now. There's depression and stuff like that, and then.
Some are red too, I believe.
I can tell you one thing. He says he's alive. That's what you said, but that was, I don't know when. Well, you said he's alive on January 1st of 09.
It was actually December 31st.
I think to say
it
on this
was
one.
done on New Year's Eve.
I think to
That's
say.
when the relationship was done, along with Angela Marie Fingers.
Let me say it like this, Gail. You and I were both wrong, but we're doing our best.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So,
hey, it happened.
there you go.
We don't know exactly when he died.
Right, but either way, our work is is done. So that's really all I have.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I wish that wouldn't have happened.
I'm just a little curious as why I haven't figured out that he's been located, or this late into the I mean, it's been how long since he's been located, Deborah?
He was located on March 3rd.
March, April. Okay.
And we did the show in January, though.
Yeah, we did the show in January.
Right. This case hasn't gotten much attention, though, and if you were to, Google Tommy, you don't really have much pop up, with the exception of everything of yours, Brian. And
when did he go missing?
That's where I found it, on their forum, on the Help Find the Missing forum, and they had links, and some of those news links from this case, even one that he was located. So a news link from March is already a dead link, because they're not, type media.
Gail
We
wants
did
to know
the
when he
show
went
in
missing.
January. When did he actually go missing?
He went missing December 18th, and New Year's Eve, this show was done. And then...
He might have very well been alive.
Right, right.
At the time when we did the show, Brian.
Yeah. He could have been. I'm just looking at what we got.
We just don't know
I'm just not finding
exactly what
anything. I'm
happened.
not finding anything similar to. I mean, we don't know what had happened. So I mean, I guess.
No.
So we don't know what happened.
It's just a shame.
But, yeah.
Shame the way
I've
it
got
went.
that. I've got that link up
Shouldn't
there.
have gone that way.
And let me go to this news story real quick. I'll post it later. Anyways, the link to the news story is up. I've now marked. I've closed the case. Marked him as located, and I'm going to put on here that I'm not going to research this. I don't think I was correct. So I'm going to put us wrong on that one. Anything else in this case?
Not for this one. Thoughts and prayers to Tommy's mom, Kathy, and the rest of the family.
Yes, definitely.
I just put a link in Skype regarding the remains that were found today that could be Stacy Peterson or Lisa Stebick.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Okay, I'll post that in. Is there anything, as we're talking, anything new has come up as far as Drew's work? Part-time work?
He is a piece of work himself. It says here that the coroner will be doing an autopsy in the morning. Tomorrow morning, they have not said how long it will take for identification. The body was not in the water, but it was found in the brush on the shoreline, according to a state police source. Other bodies had been found in the area in the past, including the remains of the Vaughn family. And they were found there in 2007. Unconfirmed reports that the remains were a woman's started a lot of talk, that it could be Stacy or Lisa. So it's looking like, what they're officially saying is that it's remains at this point, from what I'm seeing on this article that was posted at 9-something tonight.
Is this the same Chicago breaking news that you sent for the last case?
Yes, I happened to see it on the side, and if it's posted on their site at 9:09 p.m., then that would have been 10:09 p.m. for us, because there's Central Time there. So It was posted less than an hour ago. At this point, and when they had a press conference in the evening, the Illinois State Police are not stating one way or the other if it's a male or female body, and they're referring to it as unidentified remains.
Okay, more than likely they know it's male. They know that probably right away if they found a skeleton.
Exactly.
Especially if they found the pelvis. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for helping out tonight. Thank you, Gail, and thank you, Kevin. Kevin, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Well, concerning Thomas McKay, I have a live running away military draft or something to do with the military, hiding out like a homeless person, has possible mental problems, thinks someone is after him, outside makeshift home out of plastic ripped up tarps, visits a homeless shelter not very often, and that was it.
All right, thank you. I've got your email too, Kevin, and I'll post that to the website. Okay, well, thank you for coming on, Gail. Is there anything else you wanted to say? I know you've had some news today, as far as maybe a possible what you got going on.
Well, they're talking about the team doing a series. I'm not going to give too much away because we're not allowed to yet.
Okay. Well, then I didn't say anything.
We can't say who, what, why,
okay.
but we're just saying we've been offered tentatively a 13-week series on our team, which is, of course, Brian, myself, Reggie, Travis, Tamra. So more
What are we doing?
ways for us to get missing persons out there to everyone.
Okay, so so I guess that's good news.
That's good news. We leave on Saturday.
Okay, you leave
for
on
the,
Saturday.
Jenica Fierstein case. Yes.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about that? We got a little bit of time, so you Reggie.
Me and Reggie and Travis and Tamara are going to fly out to Mesa, Arizona, and we're going to be working on the Jenica Fierstein case. And probably when we get there Saturday, we may not start the blind drive. We may just familiarize ourselves with the area.
Okay.
Sunday we will begin the blind drive. We have gotten an offer from police in the county to have dogs, cadaver dogs. So yeah, I mean it's working out very well. We're getting a lot of cooperation. We're not getting cooperation from media, but we are getting cooperation from police and officials in that area willing to help supply us with cadaver dogs should we need them. If we get to an area where we really feel something, they're willing to supply them.
How many sites have you gone out to, like on location? How many times have you gone out and searched? You know, with a team or without a team yourself, do you think?
In 30 years?
Yeah, 30 years. Well, you're only 26. I can't be searching for 30 years.
Yeah, I know.
Just give me a guess.
Gosh. Well, you know, it's hard to say because if you figure even once a year, that's 30 times, and I know I've been out 30 times in a year. But you know, a lot of times you go out on the same case, so you really can't count that. You know what I mean? Because look when I was searching for Jesse Jones. I was out
how many
kind of
cases have you worked on
off.
personally, as far as being there? You know, on the ground.
How many cases have I actually been there, gone on the ground? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you know, like you've gone to physically search using your talents.
Probably at least a couple hundred, and some weren't always for cadavers. They were for live people investigating, you know what I mean, areas and where we thought they went. And a lot of times all we could do was give the police the information that we had. Were some of those found with our information? Yes, they were. Alive and dead as well.
How many cases do you think you've helped out on? And I've got a rough idea. Yeah, they actually
combined cases,
proven.
30 years. Oh Lord, because when I was raising my kids, I didn't do quite as many. I had to tone it down.
No, but just how many cases do you think you've actually helped? You know, either yourself or helped authorities solve the case.
I don't know, hundreds.
Okay. I've seen you on TV, and I saw that one show I was telling you about. It's the best psychic detective show I've ever seen, and they were showing, you know, they say, you know, Gail did find this person, and you know the one I'm talking about. Was it Stacy?
Stacy Henderson. Okay, because
I put a link up there before the show.
I did quite a few shows slating different cases of mine.
This is where the authorities say that you were instrumental in helping solve this case. And not only that, you actually...
just instrumental in stopping.
Well, you stopped a murder. You actually stopped a murder. If you guys don't... And then they say that. And I put a link on
Well, and Larry King said it too.
Right. But I put a link on there, and somehow... Yeah, you only can put... Somehow the videos get removed because of copyright violation when they put them on YouTube. So
I think they do. Well, yeah.
But you can go to bio.com or something like that, and you can actually buy the videos, the DVD sets.
Yeah. Well, I've done quite a few shows for cases that I solved. So like I said, unless you actually mention a name, I don't. You know what I mean? I won't know which show it is. But that case, yes.
There's one called The Missing Person. Case. Which one was that?
Psychic Investigators.
Okay.
Was TLC. I did quite a few shows with them, and I did quite a few shows with Court TV.
Okay.
Which they also show on Bio Channel and some of the others. But
you got to get these links up on your website so people can see what you've done.
That particular Stacy Henderson case you're talking about, later the the killer of Stacey Hendrickson, actually admitted that he was going to kill the other girl too.
Right. That's that's in the show. That's in the show. I mean, they actually mentioned that. We'll try to get these links up and find out where they're at, so people who want to see this can either look at a TV schedule and see when it's coming on next, or you can actually purchase the DVDs, I think. Of that, I don't think you make any money off any of that stuff, do you?
No.
Yeah, that's a shame. I was going to say something else too. Forgot now. Oh yeah. You guys want to know how many times I've been out searching on a case?
Yeah, Brian, we want to know, because you didn't even go to searching on the case.
No, wait.
Yeah, let's talk about this, Brian. How about the guy that was missing right there in your city?
I've been out one time with Gail, and then 3 times here. And that's it. That's me. So that's all. That's my resume.
Does everybody know that that guy was found right where we were talking about? That was right there in your city.
It's still. I should have been out. I should have been out helping that guy.
Yeah, next time.
So actually, I actually dropped the ball.
Next time, but I'm gonna come to West Virginia and hit you in the head a few times.
Okay.
And then
I work my way. I have no problem going out and helping, but I just don't have the time to do what you do and go to these different places and everything, because I've got a family and another one on the way, and it just, I'll help you all you want and I'll help you on the show and everything other than that. But
I had a family and I still did it.
Well, this is a little bit different though. I've got one that's 1, 3, 7, and then there's going to be another one here in 4 months.
I travel when my kids were little.
Well, no, I'm not saying I will help you out. I will be there.
I traveled when my kids were little.
Uh-huh.
That's to take it out.
Uh-huh. Great. Okay.
No, I didn't travel as much when my kids. Yeah, I didn't travel as much when my kids were little, but I still traveled.
All right, Deborah. Anything else?
I would like to bring up. I'd like to say thank you to Goins. She shared some links with me today. There was activity for the Victoria Stafford case, and I don't have her information.
What's the case number?
I don't know the case number. I remember the names. You go by numbers on them. I go by names. You did the case about 6 weeks ago. Victoria Stafford, and she goes by Tori. 8 years old, missing from Canada, Woodstock, Ontario, I believe. They arrested 2 people last night, and one was a man that I think was in his 20s, and then an 18-year-old female, and they arrested them for kidnapping and for the murder. And from the little bit that I did see on it today, the 18-year-old female was supposedly helping to show where little Tori's remains were. So this is just really sad.
Oh my goodness. I've got the image up right now, her picture up right there. It's case number 724. Do you have a link for that?
I'll grab one quick here.
Okay. Thanks, and I'll post that on the case. We can discuss this case on tomorrow night's show if you wish. And I guess that's all for tonight. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Gail, for coming on, being our guest tonight. Kevin, I hope to see you again tomorrow night. And I got your notes, and I will post them on the last case. Sorry I didn't get to you on that. I should have gotten to you on that and didn't ask you on those.
Glad
you were waiting. Okay, this is Aji Desir. He went missing January 10th, 2009 from Immokalee, Florida. If you have any idea, if you've seen this child, please report. Please call 1-800-THE-LOST or your local authorities, and they will contact the appropriate agency. You can also go to findaji.com. That's ADJI.com. For more information. Deborah has set up, and she runs the findaji.com forum. Deborah, thank you for doing that. Anything else?
You're welcome, and thank you for all the work you've done to make his site look really great, and for creating and doing all that to begin with. It looks really, really nice.
Well, you're welcome. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, -5 GMT on Missing Persons TV.